Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
This is the Digital Asset Investor, and there's a few articles that I wanted to show you, and then wanted to show you a new thing that was hatched by Wietse Wind, our in-house XRP developer. This was an article about, most of these articles, there's a general theme going on that I want to make sure everybody gets through their heads, and the general theme is that after all of this destruction, the last 48 hours, and really the last 48 hours, and then before that, we had some a slide in the market as well. The one digital asset that has continued to make a stand is XRP. I mean, it's suffered a little bit, but not even close to what these others have gone through. And it's because of some of the reasons I've gone over in earlier videos today. But the fact is that it's just the best. It's the best tech. It's got the best people that are working to make XRP great, and everything around XRP, including the developers such as Wietse Wind. I don't ever know if I'm butchering these names, but I think my audience loves listening to me butcher names, and so I've just accepted it as one of the things that I do. But anyway, this article is about riding the tsunami. XRP survives 2 crashes with a $4 billion lead ahead of Ethereum. And basically, this article calls XRP the sole survivor. XRP has stood out as one cryptocurrency that has defied the heavy bearish sentiment to stay afloat in terms of both daily transactions and market cap. And so I thought that was worthy of everybody seeing. And then there's this. This was from the Daily Hodl. Matty Greenspan, who runs eToro, he said the total amount of XRP held at eToro continues to climb. And so so XRP continues to hold its own and continues to climb, and we don't know exactly how much of XRP's utility is what's causing XRP, is what's helping XRP to hold its own. We don't really know that right now, but my prediction over time is that will become more and more a part of what XRP is utility. And utility will be the only digital assets that truly survive, the ones with legitimate utility, which makes part of what I'm going to show you in this next article really sound stupid, what this guy says. I think I've shown you a couple of these things, but it's worthy of looking at them again. I think that BitLord at crypto_BitLord was a Bitcoin guy, I believe, from what I've read, from what I've seen. But he says, the higher XRP climbs, the more I'm certain it will flip BTC in 2019. Very obvious this will be our new crypto standard. Hard to accept for many, but so was Bitcoin back in 2010. I couldn't have said it better myself. And I've shown you this where the Grim Reaper XRP is coming for Bitcoin. And then Firepower said it's coming. And then here's a couple of the naysayers that should be covered. This guy obviously doesn't know what he's talking about. XRP will never replace BTC because it doesn't offer the same value proposition. Now that's a joke. It's good for what it is. Cheaper. No, this is funny to hear somebody say. It's good for what it is. It's cheaper and it's faster. And congrats to anyone who made money off it. But it's not permissionless, decentralized money without masters. Well, I've got news for at Crypto Hustle. That you've got an all-out war going on under your feet. Miners threatening other mining pools. And that is your disaster. And it's your albatross. and it's going to destroy Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash and all of the above. And but more important than that, it's going to turn off potential investors, because those investors, after the last 48 hours, they realize, who wants to own a digital asset that has underneath it a war going on at any given time? Or it could be a future war, a war between a group of miners in Russia and some in the US. Who knows what it could be? But the point is, those miners don't need to be in the equation. They create instability. And that's what's been discovered in the last 48 hours. And that's the nail in the coffin. Consensus is where it's at. And guess which digital asset has consensus? And here's our buddy, Dr. Craig S. Wright. I've been blocked by Dr. Wright, as anybody who's had the gall to disagree with him. For XRP, this is that same old securities nonsense, so we'll pass that. We've already gone over that. But this is interesting here. Twitter chatter about XRP has nearly matched that of Bitcoin in the last couple of days, according to the latest stats from CoinTrends. And so they top 10 most mentioned cryptocurrencies on Twitter. They had, look at XRP. I mean, it's almost rivaling. Now think about that. It's got like maybe a fifth or a sixth of the billions of dollars in XRP versus Bitcoin, but it's almost matching dollar for dollar. It's almost matching in terms of the talk on Twitter, and I think that that's a very clear signal that it's just a matter of time now before we overtake Bitcoin. And we're going to overtake it for all of the reasons that I've said. And like I told you this morning, pay very close attention, because you're going to see a reshuffling of this deck. And my prediction is that the reshuffling, if you see one of these coins that's mined, it's going to be reshuffled to the back of the deck. That includes Bitcoin, that includes Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Monero, any of these, and these others, Stellar, EOS, Cardano, Tron, XRP, they will be shuffled to the front of the line, because it's going to be realized by the investing public that this mining business can destroy your investment overnight. 40% Bitcoin Cash in 24 hours. 40%. Nobody can afford to invest in that. Now, let's give Wheat Say Wind his credit here. He has just launched XR Parrot. Now he has parrots. I've seen him on Twitter, and he's apparently a big fan of having parrots as a pet. And so what he's done here in a nutshell, from what I read this site and looked around, what he's done in a nutshell is he's trying to make it easier for Europeans to buy XRP. And I saw someone on Reddit, on the Ripple Reddit, mention that they had done this today and how easy it was. And this guy's a top-notch guy in the XRP community. And so it's XR Parrot. And Parrot has 2 R's in it. XRParrot.com. It says buy XRP with a SEPA IBAN transfer. And so all you Europeans that are looking for an easy way to go from fiat to XRP, Wheat Say Wind has hooked you up. I wanted to give a couple of shout outs. Today I had a great conversation with one of my friends on Twitter, Crypto Espy. Now, for those of you that don't know, out of the kindness of his heart, Crypto Espy knows graphics and he's in IT, and he for no reason did my logo, the astronaut with the XRP on his sleeve and all. Crypto Espy did that for me when I first started. I don't forget my friends, and he's one of my friends. I was talking to him on Twitter today, and I realized that I had not given him a shout out in a while. He's at 2061 subscribers. And what he does on his channel, he's into technical analysis. So he does, I believe he does a live stream. It's either every day or every other day. And so you can go watch his live stream during the day, and he does technical analysis. Technical analysis has never been my thing, but that doesn't mean that it's not a valuable thing. It's just not what I do. Just like some guys do live streams and I don't. Maybe one day, who knows? But I like watching these guys' live streams, and so they serve a great purpose in the XRP community. I want to give him a shout out. I also have never given her a shout out, and I don't know why. It's not because she doesn't deserve it, and it's my fault. I should have given Crypto Airy, and I think I'm saying that right. Crypto Airy, I should have given her a shout out a long time ago. She is one person in the XRP community that filled an actual void a good while back now. She's at 10,316 subscribers. She lives in Japan, and she is the XRP voice in Japan and helps us to decipher news coming out of Japan that we wouldn't be able to understand otherwise. But she's very well respected in the community. I've never heard one person say anything bad about her. And so you need to go subscribe to her channel and let her know that the Digital Asset Investor sent you. You can learn a lot from Crypto Airy. Finally, something funny that C3 Nick, he must have been listening to my one of my videos this morning when I was talking about how these mined digital assets are in trouble. He said, I just bought an ASIC miner to use as a heater. That is real utility. And I thought that was pretty funny. And so then someone replied to him, coffee with cinnamon and an ASIC miner as a heater and a big cookie. Good setup to get through the winter. So for those of you that are looking for a great Christmas gift, if you need a heater in your home, go get an ASIC miner. You could probably get them pretty cheap off of Amazon.com or something. And make sure you ask for your cinnamon in your coffee for Christmas, maybe a stocking stuffer. And I'd like to see, just while I'm on this topic, anybody who gets cinnamon for Christmas, post a picture on Twitter. I think that would be pretty funny. And give me a shout out. I'd love to see it. I'm the Digital Asset Investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and go get you an ASIC miner. Everybody needs a great heater for this winter. Thanks for listening.